It's a dish that doubles as decor and maybe even memorabilia from your last beach vacation. These are seashell creations, and they've been making a splash at high-end boutiques and through the pages of magazines. They're practical and they're pretty. And creative contributor Michelle Crowley is here, and she's gonna show us how we make these ourselves. And I have been seeing this. I've been seeing when I'm on vacation, and I've been seeing them in boutiques around here too.
Yeah, they're kind of everywhere right now, and I love like trade magazines and home decor magazines, and I've been seeing them, and I think they're so pretty, so I've been dying to try them.
Okay, well, I'm excited that she's gonna show us how, because why did you think I could do this myself? I mean, you can do everything yourself, but you're saying that this is something we could all do.
This is super easy. It's actually, I knew it was gonna be easy. It was even easier than I thought. And they turn out so pretty that that's like the reason to do them. My husband, when I was doing them, I did a whole bunch, and I was like, look at these, aren't they pretty? And he's like, well, yeah, those are great, but what are they used for? And I was like, well, they're for pretty. I was confused. I'm like, because they're pretty. But then it made me think, what can we use them for? So I've also got a lot of ideas.
Okay, we're gonna talk about that, but first we're gonna learn how to make them.
Okay, I'm gonna give you some gloves.
Okay, let's do it.
We're gonna dig into this. So you're gonna need seashells, obviously, and then paper napkins, and Mod Podge. And Mod Podge comes actually in a bunch of different formulas, so kind of depending on what you're gonna use it for, might determine what kind you're gonna use. And then also, some are like glossy and some are matte, so.
Which did you like best?
I used some of both. So
okay.
Some of the ones I did are glossy, some of them are matte. If you do the outdoor, if you're gonna like use it as a soap dish, so that it can like be wet.
Okay.
So, but you're gonna start with your Mod Podge. Actually, what you don't have, this is an optional step, but I like this step, and I like this particular color. It's, what is it called?
It's Ultra Cover Paint and Primer.
It's the Ivory Bisque.
Okay.
I like to spray paint the inside.
Before you do anything?
Before you do it, because there's a little bit of discoloration, and with like the tissue paper being so light, it can show up.
Okay, so like spray it first, get it a nice even primer.
And then you gotta let it dry real well.
Oh, that's goopy.
That is goopy, and I didn't bring a paper towel over with me.
And are you watering this down at all?
Nope, not watering it down. This is why we have gloves on. Okay, so after it's sprayed and it's dried real well, you're gonna take your shell.
So did you cut this off of
I cut this out of a paper napkin.
Okay.
Oh, actually, you know what? We're gonna do that first.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, it's okay, because you can cover the whole thing or just put a decoration on it.
So we're gonna use one as a napkin. Just some tape. So have you ever tried to pull the backing off of paper napkins?
No.
It's hard. It's hard to do. So this works really great. Just take a piece.
Find a cute napkin you like.
Find a corner. Find a cute napkin, any napkin.
And then you could just pull it like a Band-Aid.
That first one came off actually easier. Then the second, because they're 2-ply, so they have two, and the second one doesn't come off. But with that tape,
look at her.
It just comes right off.
Okay. So because you want only that one little thin layer.
You only want the one, and that's actually really important, because if you leave one of the layers in there, it's gonna be a problem.
And so the one you're covering the whole thing, you just left a little edge, a little bigger than the shell.
Right.
Okay.
But I actually don't usually cut them out until after. Okay, so then you're gonna take your shell, and you're gonna lay it out.
Oh, so I'm doing this, not the flour.
No, we're gonna do the flour, but I'm just gonna kind of show you. We're gonna lay it out, and you're gonna move it around and figure out where you want.
Do you want the big thing in the middle?
Do you want like the flowers?
Okay.
Do you want, and figure out what you want, and then cut, and leave yourself a lot.
Oh, quite a bit, okay.
Leave yourself quite a bit, yes. Okay, so now we're gonna go into this Mod Podge deal. Okay, so go ahead and get it on
Cover this?
Yes.
Where the thing's gonna go?
Yep, and actually do the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing.
Because it's gonna change the texture of it a little bit, and so you want it to be all the way around.
Okay.
Even if you're just like, in this particular one, I just did a piece of the thing instead of the whole thing, because I wanted to show some different ideas.
And is this a good thickness? I did it pretty thin.
Do it really thick.
Really thick.
Really thick. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do the second step.
Okay.
So we can move this along. This one has dried, and you wanna let it dry for several hours.
Oh, once I do this,
once you do this and put it on, you're gonna let it dry.
Oh, okay, so can I try?
Yep. Okay, so lay it on there, and then this is a trick. Yep, you can use your little rubber gloves. If you need to smooth it out, or do
I'm gonna pretend that's not upside down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
A great way to do this is to take a piece of Ziploc baggie. Use the freezer kind, because they're thicker.
Thick.
and then smooth that down.
Get all the bubbles out.
Get all the bubbles out, because if you stick your finger on there, a lot of times it starts lifting.
Okay,
One of the
look at
tricks
that.
with this is don't work with it too long. The more you work with it, the worse it gets.
It can tear. It can do
Yeah,
all
it starts
sorts
to
of
set
things.
really quick. So you can just, it starts to set really quick, and then it's going to start peeling up if you touch it.
So if you're covering the whole thing and then you put another pretty thick layer again on top?
Yep.
Okay.
So this one dried. I let this one dry for a couple hours, and then I'm going to go. Really important to get all the way into the edges, and then I'm going to let that dry for a couple of hours.
And then it looks like this?
Then we're going to go
Did this
here.
so well, okay.
Then we're going to go, now we can shed our gloves.
Okay.
And see how it's got like the little edges?
Yes.
Because we didn't cut it all right down. Now I'm going to make sure I got the right grip.
Yeah,
I'm
what
gonna take
grain are you
I've got
using?
120.
Okay. So she's going like off it like
Yep.
this.
I'm using the edge to like kind of cut itself off. And you just go around and sand all that edge off.
And I know some of these you even put a little gold on the edge, paint the edge.
We're going to show. Yeah,
okay.
we're going to show that. Yeah. So that's that. And then I'm actually, after I'm done with this, I'm going to put another layer.
Okay.
Because
Double
these little
layer it.
edges right here might not be sealed.
Okay.
So another layer, and then we're going to do the fun part. Then you can grab a paintbrush if you want to. Some of them I did, the edges. Some of them I don't.
Most I've seen with the gold on the edge, and
I like the gold
it.
on the edge, and it's just super easy.
And you just do a little bit, and
Just
you
a
kind
little
of.
tiny-
It's not perfect. She kind of did it in and out.
No, it's not perfect,
And it's
that's
so cute.
and it's okay to not be perfect. And you just go around. Then I like to actually flip it over.
Now, let's talk about where we're going to use these. When I saw them, I thought, oh, that would be like my trinket dish on the side of my
Yes.
bed to put my rings on, or
That is
what would
my
you think?
favorite way to use them, because I lose things all day long. So if I have like a little, I just call them little catch-alls, a little bowl or a little dish in almost every room in my house, then my retainer, my keys, my rings, whatever. Fun for table settings. So this, I have a table setting, got my little plate, and this one I did in the high gloss, so you
Oh
can
my
see the
gosh.
difference.
So
And
cute. And you even made
then
ornaments.
Put a little dessert on it.
that what-
Ornaments,
yes.
like pretend. I wanted to do Christmas, and then I couldn't find Christmas napkins.
Okay,
Wrong
not
time
right
of
now,
year.
right?
But pretend it's Christmas or not. But so you could use them for ornaments. You can drill a hole and use them for, like on this right here, same idea. This is for a gift tag.
So cute.
But you could also do the same thing for a Christmas tree ornaments, dangling off the mantle at Christmas time. Soap dish, I used some beads on the bottom, created some little feet for it.
And a darling place marker.
Place marker, and I
Name.
did these differently so you can see, like these didn't have an edge, this has a green edge. You can see, totally different look.
So cute.
For
And
each
then you can
one
let
with the
people take them
nameplate.
home as a
Right.
gift.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
They're their take-home gift with them. Speaking of gifts, this
Yeah.
is my favorite way to use them, is if you're gonna give somebody jewelry as a gift, to wrap that up and put it in this little shell so they get both. I mean, how pretty
So
is
cute.
that?
And she did it so easily. You gave me confidence to think I could do it myself.
It's really fast.
Okay, where do we learn more from you, Michelle?
MichellesDesignLife.com, and on Instagram, Michelle's Design Life.
Michelle's Design Life. Thanks so much.
Thank you.